Hey y'all, it's Diana V coming to you once again. I know it's been a long time. I've been very busy. Now I got basically 1, 2, 3, 4 different positions. Yes, I have my full-time position, and then I have a job at the Grand Spa Marriott, Massage MB, and I'm a contractor with Zeal. So on top of my full-time job, I have 3 different positions, plus things that come in from referrals, friends and family, people that I've already known and come in contact with. So I just wanted to provide you a little bit of an update. Today was my very first day at the spa, and it was basically hands-on training. So let me be a little clear about that. I haven't done a massage for money yet, but today I did get to train with the lead massage therapist, and she's so good. Like, there's just a presence about her and a demeanor that is so spa-like that you almost want to strive to be that way. But of course, I'm Diana V, which means I'm going to put my spin on it, because I would really suck being her, but I can be the best that I can be. So I'm learning about, so with both of these different positions, well, all of the positions, there's training that you have to take. So I've taken several courses online, everything from draping to product information, to actually how to massage and give different enhancements. So that's really what I wanted. I wanted to kind of get to know the industry before you ever. This is one of the things I think I've come to understand. When I graduated, I was like, oh, I'll have my own thing, I'll have my own business, I'll make a lot more that way. And why would I, make so little money at an establishment? They're getting so much. But you have to understand a few things when you're going into business, right? You have to, first of all, I'm not discouraging that at all. I just don't think it's something, unless you have some sort of built-in clientele from things that you've done, and you have a place that you can practice out of, and maybe have some referrals that way. If you're just coming straight off the cuff from school to your own thing, and you don't have many people, connections, and things like that, opening your own establishment would be, I think at this point, to put it mildly, a little ludicrous. Let me tell you why. First of all, you need to get some skin in the game. They say you need to get some skin in the game. When I say skin in the game, you have to get to know what the industry and how the industry runs, some of the particular things that you would have not even thought about on your own. And I can attest to this because I'm not a stranger to massage, but I'm not knowledgeable about all the different enhancements. I mean, at least currently, right? The different enhancements that people are giving. There's just some things that you want to know. So think about it. If you're coming off the cuff, straight out of school, you're going to have to pay for either a place to rent, right? You're gonna have to look for, a building, a place to rent, a room, somewhere where you practice, where you give your massages. That could be in your home, that can be in an office building that you rent, that could be, a shared space at, another place where someone has a space for you to rent. Just think about it, right? Or you can go to someone's home. So those are kind of like, okay, where do I practice out of? So that there's either a fee or a cost with that. Whether that be you spending your time, your money, or your gas to go to somebody, which I'm not saying again, I'm not trying to skew this to say don't have your own thing. I'm just saying before you do that, you need to get, first of all, you need to get your massage game all the way up. And when I say your massage game, you want to have some sequences. You want to have your timing down. You want to have, how you upsell and have, your product servicing and things like that. There's just some certain things that you want to have in your toolbox before you go out there and do your own thing. Because not only are you going to have a place to practice out of, you're also going to have your business things together, your business operations together. So for instance, you will need to have, you could doing business as, some people will do a LLC. You might want to have, your own business banking account. You want to have your business procedures, your insurances. If you have a location, you're going to need your business license. So these are all, you're going to want to have some marketing dollars. There's a lot of things that you have to think about. So yeah, you can make $90 on a 60-minute massage versus maybe getting $17 plus tips or $30 plus enhancements. That's true. But how many? So anyway, I just wanted to kind of say that, something that I've learned, and also give you just a kind of an update of where I'm at and what I'm doing, and to tell you a little bit about my day at the spa. So we learned, well, I'm gonna say me. I learned the 50-minute stress reliever sequence, and how you greet, from the greeting of the guest to what you say at the top of the session, to having them go underneath under the sheets on the table, to going through the different applications and flow of the massage, to closing it out. And there is a particular way that you do these things. I have also been going, and after that, so I spent maybe from about 9 a.m. till about 1, almost 2 o'clock, because the person that was training me had a 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I think, and a 5 o'clock, back to back to back to back. So it was my absolute pleasure to get the training from her. There was a model, actually, when I say massage model, it was someone that came in, a worker that came in, and we got to practice on her. We did also we got to mix some body scrubs, and we did an arm scrub and a foot scrub, and we talked about just some of the different enhancements. So because I'm on an every other Saturday with them, next week will be my first day of work at Massage Envy, which I know they're gonna book me out at least three massages. And I think last week on the 11th, I got to train with the lead person at Massage Envy. I don't even know why. I think I was so tired that I don't think I even mentioned that. But last week was my hands-on training for Massage Envy, and I was with one of the leads over there, and there's a lot of information that I got the draping. They showed me how to get on the system, how to drape as well. And we did like a couple of the enhancements, like like how you do. Anyway, I'm not gonna go too much into that because that was its own thing. But that said, now that I'm on every other, so next week will be the practical hands-on. We're about to make some money with Massage Envy, and then I'm going to be doing the spa. That proceeding. So I'm basically going to go back and forth and back between the two. And I already got my Zeal scrubs. You get 2 free of those. I know I'm jumping around, but I got my Zeal scrub tops. So I have a course for the BA and the Zeal situation on Monday. So I've already got on to the site, did my availability. So right now I said I'm going to be doing Tuesday and Wednesday, 6 o'clock to 7 and 7 to 8. Those are going to be 2 slots that I'm going to be doing for Zeal. And I also wanted to mention that a friend of mine that has a gym, he referred me to one of the parents of the athletes that he trained, and I did a 90-minute the other day. It was from it was a quarterback. He's in 9th grade, and he was going towards some other camp, and the father just let me know that he was referred, and he got out of the training like 9, so I said I'll be there at 9:30. So I did a 60-minute last, I think it was Wednesday, Wednesday. So this is where all these different things are kind of coming in. For those people that really know they have the gift of massage, right? They have the gift of the touch. It's one of the best part-time gigs you can have. Again, it's highly lucrative. I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours sitting around for $10 an hour. See, so I want to get back to, just to finish this out, right? You guys are basically with me on my drive back to Columbus, and I think it's going to be worth the drive. It's only like maybe 40 minutes or so, and if I was in a big city, that would just be going from one end of the city to the next end of the city with traffic. So that's how I look at it, and it gives me a moment to unwind and pray about, what I'm going to be doing for that upcoming day. I did pray all the way coming up, and that's why I didn't do a video saying, hey, I'm on my way to my first day at the job. But I do have some things coming up for you guys. I like to keep my word, and I think it's important that I do that, right? Just for the power of your word. When you say something, keep your word, at least to yourself. If you keep your word to yourself, what happens is that word becomes more powerful. That word becomes more powerful. If you don't keep your word, you weaken your word. And so when people say, when you say I'm going to do something, it's really a 50-50. Do you really want to be considered a 50-50 person, or do you want to be considered a person that keeps their word, a person of integrity? Because that ends up being, you become a person of integrity, you become a reliable person, you become a dependable person, and really primarily to yourself. And I think that's very important. And when you didn't do what you say you're going to do, you can admit it and come back and say, why couldn't I keep my word? This is something that I went over with my coach, because I've been supposedly trying to do a video once a week, and I can tell you I had everything but the kitchen sink thrown my way. That's also another point I want to make. Just because you miss out because you didn't get to what you wanted to get to, and for very legitimate reasons, don't kill yourself. Don't make yourself feel so bad that you don't do anything and say, I'm just off track. You can always come back to it. You can always come back to your dream. You can always come back to a goal. You can always come back to a plan. But when you abort ship and you never come back to it, see, that's like getting back up. You got to get back up. You got to fight. It's literally a fight to success. There's no easy There's no free lunch in success. You pay it full price and upfront. And that's what I'm coming to learn. But I'm encouraged. I was a little discouraged, but now I'm encouraged because I'm not allowing myself to get ahead of myself, or to, how should you say, become my worst enemy by putting myself down, or by saying, oh my God, I didn't do it. So no, I'm going to continue to do it. And I also want to let you know that massage will change your life. If you decide to get into the industry, it will change your life, because you have to become the top tier. You have to become that top person in your life. You have to start eating healthy. You have to become, you have to, hydrate yourself. You have to be in the right body mechanics. You have to sleep right. You have to get your energy right in order to become the best person that you can be in the industry that you're going to be in. And there's one thing that the trainer told me, the lead spa person told me, which is very simple, but I think it was so beautiful. And she goes, I consider the client to be like my baby. Like, I'm taking care of my baby. I'm here to take care of them. And I thought that was just so beautiful, because this is how important it is, right? So if kids, I know there's some sort of study, I don't know what the study is, but I know it's out there, where they say if a child does not have affection, right, it affects them in so many different ways, physically, mentally, right, psychologically. But imagine an adult that doesn't get affection. Can you imagine that, right? They can get it can get perverted. It could get, people can block themselves and become hardened. There's a lot of things, I think. I'm going to have to maybe do a study on that. But what we do is so, so, so important. So important. It's a very sacred, I would consider it to be a sacred practice. And when I say sacred practice, you're talking about your body, and you do so many things in this suit called a body. And you have a skeleton system, you have bones that are connected so intricately, right, that it protects the internal organs that you have. And over those bones, you have muscles placed strategically over those bones, so that when you stand upright, or when you move, and when the nervous system, right, clicks into your brain, and if I move my hand, I don't have to think about that, right? That's automatic. I don't have to think about breathing. When you think about the apparatus of your body, it's such a beautiful creation that God has made. And so what I'm saying all of that to say, if you are, let's just say, I drive a Lexus because I know they're reliable, but let's just say the top of the line, the Bugatti, the Bentley, the whatever you consider to be the top vehicle that you feel is the top vehicle. Would you just put a dirty rag on it, or would you keep it in? If you had a garage, would you keep it in the garage? Would you take care of it? Would you wax it? Would you go and get it detailed, right? So a massage. So if you are God's perfect creation, right, in the image of Him, but you don't even take care of your body, you have these muscles that contract, right, that you have to open up. This is a secret weapon for a professional person that's in business. If you don't have a massage regimen going on, you're slipping. You're slipping. This is to me. I think if I was, I'm going to be. Let's just not say that. But I am going to be having regular massages for a couple of reasons. I need to feel the application as well. I need to see what works, what doesn't work, the moves and how it could feel, because I want to be the top at what I do. At least for me, I want to give the best Diana V massage. All right, so I'm hitting a little bit of traffic. I kind of got into a little bit more of the city now, and I just wanted to let you know I will be coming out with, I still plan on coming out with a comparison of the massage membership groups, the ATMA and the ABMP, and I also have an interview coming up. That's kind of a little bit of surprise, but I want to amp it up. We're going to amp it up here in 2023, and we're going to take it to a new level. I'm going to be doing some product reviews on some things that I have purchased for my business. So my review videos have done very, very well. So I'm going to continue on in that vein. And until next time, I love you guys. I appreciate it. And use the gifts that God gave you. Mwah.